useful. Last but not the least, we have with us Hemanth. Hemanth is an ERC analyst, and he has been doing a lot of work on the data center pieces globally, and he's bubbling with lots of thoughts, and he has an interesting presentation to give. The title is Data Centers Powering the Digital Age. Hemanth, over to you. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. As Vikram explained, I'm Hemanth from ARC Advisory Group. I specialize in reports for data center worldwide markets and some data center component reports. Today I'm going to talk about data centers powering the digital age. Today's agenda covers the latest trends in data centers and the market dynamics, the power requirements of data centers. And also, there is a part of the market size currently of data centers in the forecast. So I'm going to start. Impact of generative AI on data centers. Everyone is talking about how artificial intelligence is helping their industries, but I'm going to talk about how artificial intelligence is pushing data centers to the next level. Generative artificial intelligence is reshaping the data center landscape by only for artificial intelligence there is a lot of planned capacity in multiple regions, as I told, hundreds of megawatts of power capacity is being added in data center as we talk. Commercial AI agents are entering the enterprise supply chain planning. They are also working they can be used in many applications like for advanced forecasting systems. These AI agents can blend machine learning. They can extract data and use generative AI for more accurate queryable demand planning in any industry. I'm going to tell generative AI is reshaping data center design, scale and the locations. Typically the data centers used to operate at a rack capacities of 5 to 10 kilowatt, but for the new GPU based systems, they like the NVIDIA H100S or the AMD MI300S, they are pushing the rack capacities to anywhere between 40 to 80 kilowatt, or in some cases even higher. So the data center constructions have to evolve each and every day for the AI requirements, and moreover this AI generates more data than any other application. As of now, 1/5 of the total data center capacity in the world is used for artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence. The next notable trend is the adoption of edge and modular data centers. Edge computing facilities are becoming a very critical infrastructure, as they are they are placing the processing power near to where the data is generated and is used. This gives a lot of advantage in terms of reducing the latency, in terms of cutting down the bandwidth costs, or also they enhance the security of the data by placing it near to where it is generated. Now infrastructure, there are a lot of technology companies which are collaborating with infrastructure, the data center infrastructure providers to create tailored purpose-built infrastructure in their own site, which will enable data center enterprises to cater to deliver edge services more easily. And talking about prefabricated modular trends, many hyperscale data centers right now are using this prefabricated modular solutions to streamline the construction processes and remove some of them from their on-site, which not only cuts the construction times and costs, but also are sustainable in ways that those manufacturing processes can be streamlined elsewhere, and it will be made sustainable. Coming to the next trend, there are a variety of hybrid cooling approaches being used in data centers right now. Like maintaining optimal temperature and humidity in a data center is very important to protect the equipment and the data. Like as of now, cooling systems are just not any systems. They are an environment in themselves. Like there are a lot of new environment management systems being used in data centers. Like they are IoT devices which help monitor the conditions there, detect the heat buildup, and also signal when there is a need for maintenance of the HVAC filters in data centers. Like there is a very promising development in the data center cooling, which is active rear door cooling, which is used typically for high density racks, like up to 50 kilowatts. Like this method leverages the equipment rack itself. Like there are some cooling. There are some chilled water systems placed in the rear doors, where before the exhaust, before the hot air exhaust, it get cooled, so that this eliminates the need for a hot air or a cold air layout, and it creates a room neutral environment. And also now there is a shift. While AC UPS are expected to remain the dominant power backup solution in the near future, but there is a clear shift in battery preferences from traditional valve regulated lead acid batteries to industrial lithium-ion batteries, due to their extended lifespan, and also they require lesser cooling because they generate lesser heat. And also the cost differences are continuing to shrink in between these two. So in the future, industrial lithium-ion batteries are going to be replaced in data centers. Now I'm going to talk about a few market dynamics in the data center industry. Like the biggest challenge, a continuous challenge for data center operators, is to consistently expand their capacity at the speed of internet. Which is not happening right now. The key to overcoming this right now is to deploy, to accommodate higher data transfer rates, to install multiple ports, to multiple greater number of ports, and a denser fiber optic network. Large corporations are struggling right now to secure a sufficient data center capacity. This is due to multiple reasons, like the non-availability of required power, the challenges in power, or the imbalance in the construction happening. So due to this imbalance in the supply and demand, the costs are rising for businesses who want this data center capacity. There is an ever-increasing power demand for data centers, as I told, due to generative AI, due to a lot of new technologies coming up. Like the data centers are currently increasingly competing with the electric vehicle infrastructure and the advanced manufacturing, which is creating a supply crunch in power. So due to this, data center operators are actively collaborating with independent power producers to create new. They are helping them to create some capital-intensive solutions such as fuel cells, geothermal fusion, advanced geothermal fusion, small modular reactors, and hydrogen power too. I'm going to talk about some geopolitical and regulatory factors that are affecting the data center industry. like there is a clear dominance of sovereign cloud. Like a sovereign cloud is a cloud environment designed to meet digital sovereignty requirements and place data in a particular region to comply with the local regulations. Due to this, the construction of data center it should be in particular locations, and it cannot be anywhere. I mean, the sovereign clouds can also be housed in the provider's facility with organizations. I mean, in an organization's own data center, providing restricted access. They can have control over location. They can have a dedicated network capacity too, and sophisticated encryption. So there are a few, I mean, due to some political tensions, that also prompts technology firms to redistribute their supply networks and place them in place. I mean, and they look at operators and their geographical location so that there won't be any disruption in the services they provide. There are also a few energy efficiency regulations in Europe, like in Germany, which they are mandating that any new data centers which will be constructed from 2026 should have a power usage effectiveness of 1.2 or lesser than that. I mean, these push for strict sustainability standards, and data center operators should comply with all this. I'm going to talk about the market size and forecast. Like the growth outlook for the next 5 years is positive, pretty positive, due to a lot of reasons, like coming 6G network, autonomous driving technology, the metaverse, and modern hybrid retail. All these different things require AI, IoT, cloud, ML, etc. I mean, these technologies generate data in a very compounding manner, which only can be processed with the help of, with the help of high computing power, which data centers can provide. So there is a pretty positive outlook, and ARC anticipates around 11.2% of CAGR in the coming years, which is pretty high. And in 2004, the data center market is valued at around $400 billion. The regional market growth, like North America and Asia are leading the growth in the data center industry. Asia actually has a slightly higher CAGR than North America over the next 5 years due to a lot of construction of data centers and the government's support in many Asian countries. In Europe, the data center market is expanding due to the data sovereignty laws and due to a few greenfield projects there. In Latin America, Brazil stands the key hub for data center investments, and in Latin America also there is they are pushing for smart cities. There is a rollout. They are pushing for the 5G infrastructure in that region. So there is a pretty positive outlook in Latin America too. And coming to the industry segment growth, businesses, especially those that are reliant on digital data, depend heavily on data centers, and this keeps increasing in the near future. Data center, due to data centers, these businesses are able to host their websites, do their financial transactions, and also store and process a lot of vast amount of data. Like the two largest industries which are going to be drive the growth in data centers are technology and telecom. They are currently having more than 50% of the share in data centers, and the other industries, as I told, data centers cater to multiple industries directly or indirectly. Going forward, there's going to be all the major industries are going to use data centers vastly. I'm going to show a few data center suppliers. These are a few data center operators which provide hardware, software, services for the data center and services by data center. And this is the data center market analysis report by ARC Advisory Group, where we have the different segments and sub-segments and the geography, and the revenue breakup for multiple suppliers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hemanth. That was very interesting. Now for this last section, I would invite all of the speakers to just come